Badminton. Badminton is a racket sport played by either two opposing players, singles, or two opposing pairs, doubles. The badminton court is a rectangular and it's divided by a net. Players score points by hitting a shuttlecock with their racket so that it passes over the net and lands in the other side of the court. Competitive badminton is best played indoors because shuttlecock flights is affected by wind. But badminton as a casual recreational activity can also be played outdoors. Badminton has been an Olympic sport since 1992. Forehand. Forehand. With the racket head perpendicular to the floor, shake hand with the grip so the V formed by the thumb and forefinger is on the top of the handle. Backhand. Backhand is using a forehand grip, rotate a hand slightly to the thumb is along the parallel to the wide side of the handle. Ready position. Stance. You should be ready with someone wide stance. Your feet a little more than shoulder wide apart. You cannot simply stand there, feet together as though waiting a bus. Your weight should be lowered a little with your knees slightly bent. Your weight should be shifted forward a little so that you are on the balls of your toes. Racket carriage. Your racket position varies a lot depending on the situation. It should never be left to dangle near your ankles. However, bring your racket up. Your racket should be held out in front of you and away from your body. Typically, you will hold it about waist height, but you hold it higher when attacking and lower when defending. Don't left arm. Don't forget that you have two arms. Although your left arm does not hit the shuttlecock, it affects your balance a great deal. Your left arm should be used to balance your right arm and racket. In the ready position, this generally means holding in front of your body and slightly out the side. Never leave your left arm dangling at your side. Serving. The serve must be hit an upward direction with an underarm hitting action. You are not allowed to play a tennis-style serve. The main rule here is that when you hit the shuttle, it must be below your waist. To be exact, the rules define this with a height level with the lowest part of your rib cage. Footwork. Badminton footwork is one of the most important skills to learn in badminton. It is one of the most complex ones due to how unnatural it comes to people to move around the court using specific steps. In addition to that, it is one of the skills where guidance is less clear, as there are several different views on how is best. The base point is what we could also call the anchor of our game. It's the position in the court we always come back to after every single shot, while we await for opponent to hit the shot back. Underarm forehand stroke. The underarm forehand stroke in badminton is performed when you are take a shuttlecock in front of you, normally when your opponent hits a drop shot to you. It's fairly easy to inject power into underarm strokes compared to overhead strokes. Therefore, you don't need to worry about failing generate the sufficient strength into your underarm strokes. The correct badminton underarm forehand swing pattern is important if you want to hit quality badminton shots and maintain good body balance. This stroke does not require a lot of strength. Underarm backhand stroke. The underarm backhand stroke in badminton is fairly easy to perform compared to other badminton strokes. This stroke is usually performed when your opponent hits a badminton drop shot to your backhand area at front of the court. Don't worry about generating sufficient power in this stroke. It's very easy to do so. In fact, don't worry about generating too much power while performing an underarm stroke. To prepare, you don't need to swing too hard for an underarm stroke. A gently underarm swing is sufficient to send the shuttle right to the back of the court. However, correct technique is still important to provide you with good body balance. Overhead forehand stroke. The overhead forehand stroke is very common and is used the most number of times while playing the game. For beginners, learning how to perform this basic stroke first before moving on the other kinds of shot is important. This stroke normally generates the most amount of power. The power of an overhead forehand stroke is derived from the right technique rather than the amount of strength you input in the swing. The bigger your swing motion, the higher the momentum, therefore more power. To prepare for an overhead forehand stroke, adapt a forehand grip and attacking stance. For aiming, turn your body sideways, move your racket arm backward, widen your chest to feel more comfortable, and raise your other arm as you take the racket toward the back. Overhead backhand stroke. The overhead backhand stroke in badminton is a weakness for many people as they tend to get the technique for this particular stroke wrong. To prepare for your stroke, face the front of your court at your original position, and then turn your body towards the back. As you turn your body to the back, lift your racket upwards. Keep your racket equipment arm close to your body so that you are able to perform a full backhand swing. Badminton court. Badminton is played on a court marked for both singles and doubles matches. The court is rectangular and divided into halves by a net. The doubles court wider than a single court but both are same length. The badminton court is 13.4 meter long and 6.1 meter wide. For singles, the court is marked 5.8 in wide and the lines marked out the court are easily distinguishable and colored white or yellow. The lines are 44 mm wide. A court may be marked out by singles only. Net. The net is 760 mm in depth and a minimum of 6.1 meter wide. The top of the net from the surface of the court is 1.524 meter at the center of the court and 1.55 meter over the sidelines for doubles. There must be no gaps between the ends of the net and the post. Equipment. Rackets. Badminton rackets are light with the top quality rackets weighing between 79 and 91 grams, including the strings. The grip of the racket is very important. The choice of grip allows a player to increase the thickness of his racket handle and choose a comfortable surface to hold. Shuttlecock. A shuttlecock is a high-drop projectile with an open conical shape. The cone is formed from 16 overlapping feathers embedded into a round crack base. The crack is covered with thin leathers or synthetic materials. Synthetic shuttle nylon are often used by recreational players to reduce their cost as feathered shuttles break easily.